I just made it to a slum in Bulgaria where more than 70,000 gypsies call home. Salam. What country are we in? This is crazy. And let's just say they aren't used to seeing foreigners around here. On these streets, life is raw, real, and nothing like the Europe you know about. You can see the mounds of trash here. It's really disgusting. Gypsies, or Romani people, are a nomadic ethnic group who can trace their roots back to northern India. They migrated to Europe more than 1,000 years ago, and today you can find them spread out in many countries on the continent. But Bulgaria has the highest concentration of Romani people in Europe, with over 10% of the country's population. There are a lot of negative stereotypes about gypsies, and there's a big debate over the offense of using that word. But one thing is certain, these people are surviving against all odds. Poverty, discrimination, and limited access to education and healthcare, to name a few. That brings me to Stolipinovo, the largest Romani slum in Europe. It's located in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, a city with more than 6,000 years of history.
Plovdiv is the 5th oldest continuously inhabited city in the world, making it older than Rome, older than Athens, and also older than Istanbul.
That is Hristo, a native of Plovdiv who will be joining me on this adventure into the unknown. Our mission is to meet as many locals as we can and try to understand how they define their identity and culture. Will they be willing to talk to us, or will it be too dangerous to film on these streets? Just tell them sorry. Let's go. If one thing's for sure, we are both feeling anxious to step inside Europe's largest gypsy slum. I have no idea what to expect. From what I understand, people in Plovdiv just don't go there.
We don't go there.
Yeah.
It's just no go.
Well, we're going there. Let's go. As we leave the center and inch closer to Stolipinovo, the change is instant. Plovdiv's beautiful charm fades away, replaced by crumbling buildings and narrow, dirty streets. It feels like a city within a city, isolated and forgotten. Holy crap, this is insane, these buildings. What do you think of this place?
It's very different. You see a lot of trash. People live in very poor conditions. These people need integration. The state doesn't really pay much attention to those.
Dude, look at the horses to get around.
Yeah, they still use them. It's like one of the most valuable things to have here in this community.
I've never been to a place like this within Europe. This is insane.
It's a state within the state. Own laws, own traditions, own culture. It's a very close community, so it's very hard to enter without having a guide. Could be even very dangerous to do so.
Before we meet any gypsies in the slum, we need to understand a bit more about where we are. Bulgaria is located in southeastern Europe, right in the heart of the Balkans. It is bordered by Romania to the north, Serbia and Macedonia to the west, and Greece and Turkey to the south. This region has long been a crossroads of cultures, empires, and religions. Here, gypsies speak a dialect that incorporates Turkish, and they live in the shadow of Bulgaria's communist history. All right, and here's where we're getting dropped off, into the unknown. Hey, bro.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. We got in touch with George by asking around for an English-speaking native over the last few weeks. And let's just say I'm thrilled he's our guide, because this man is full of knowledge and energy. It's really nice to be here.
It's really nice to meet with you and be my guest.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Everybody uses the word gypsy. Is that offensive for you?
It's not bad for me. I understand the word about the gypsy, but засягат от тази дума.
A lot of people can be offended by hearing this word.
Right.
But he said that he's not getting offended.
He's not getting offended, yeah.
Can you watch out, please? It's not dangerous, my ghetto, because here, if you do something wrong about people, they never do something about you.
Right.
Yes.
Traffic is getting a little bit crazy when you get there. They live by different rules. I'm a tourist in my own town, man.
Is there a wedding today?
I think we have to find walking around in the summer. In one day, they have like 30, 40 weddings in one day.
Gypsy weddings are notorious for their lively celebrations of music, dance, and tradition. And they are known to be some of the most festive weddings on earth. Today is Sunday, so we are going to keep our eyes peeled to see if we are lucky enough to find one.
Welcome to my Stollywood. I studying for actor, but I stopped it because I have to help my family with ironworks. Now
An actor, I like that. Cool.
Now we're doing a Roma theater. I'm a volunteer in Roma education.
Our guy is very humble, but actually he's a very good actor and he performs even like at the highest national level.
So far, the most danger has been getting run over by a car.
Yes, that's true. So this way. So watch out with the cars here because
They don't stop.
everybody, yes.
The hardest part for me of being here in Stolipinovo is the trash. As you can see behind me, it is really, really bad. There's cats living in here. Look at the wire system here. Crazy. It's like the Philippines or Vietnam. In Bulgaria, It's one of the few countries that still use Cyrillic alphabet, which is like the Russian writing, and they're very proud of it, aren't they?
We are.
These horse and buggies are crazy. They actually use them to get around. In other cities in Europe, they use it as like a tourist trap. But here in Stolipinovo, it's actually used to like transport things. What's the significance of the horse for Roma people?
The horse in Roma, знамето.
The flag.
The flag have колело.
The Roma flag has a wheel.
Аз съм подготвил един подарък, може ли да му кажеш?
He's prepared a present for you.
Oh, nice, cool, thank you.
С тениска, която има ромски флаг.
T-shirt with the Roma flag.
Thank you, thank you.
Watch out, watch out.
Yeah, they really don't stop.
Very dangerous.
Jesus Christ. A lot of confusing faces.
Yes.
You know,
That's because
I'm waving at them and they're like,
it's interesting to people to see who take a video them. Has a lot of the other people who come here doing video and show only the bad,
Yeah, of course.
the bad things in the
yeah,
market.
I want to show everything.
Yes.
We're walking through some market street right now. It's about 1:30 p.m., so, you know, middle of the day, but it's kind of dead outside. Not everybody's around. Hello. Salam. Salam, how are you?
Как си?
Abi o başka ülkeden. Abi Amerika'dan mı? Amerika'dan.
America.
Good target. Baba, yes, Maradona.
Don't worry, it's fine. So he's not dangerous. Just
Yeah.
he trying to explain to something, but I can't understand him too.
So this street, we're seeing the most action. Just keep people kind of hanging out, talking, just enjoying the day. Well, you can see like the area where the people live. The buildings are really run down, built in Soviet times. You have dirt roads here, just very, very raw. So far, people are pretty closed off to the camera, which I totally understand and respect, and I'm not going to film people unless they agree to be filmed. Adana kebab, that's the best,
Adana,
man.
Adana, the best Adana.
In Turkey, I went to Adana. I went there.
To the city of Adana.
They have, yes, the city of Adana. They have spicy kebabs.
This is our little Adana.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
You can go.
Sure. You speak English?
English biliyor musun?
You speak English? 50-50. I'm just visiting my friend and we're going around the community to meet people and share this. America. Tell me about the life here in Stolipinovo.
I don't like here. It's very small, very people, very hot.
The coffee here is really good.
Yeah, very
Some of the
strong.
best coffee I've ever had.
If you have two from this,
This is my second one, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm wide awake.
yeah.
Holy crap! What is this?
It's a school. No fun fact, my aunt works here. She's a sports teacher
Your
here.
aunt works at this school?
Exactly, at this school. People who work in those kind of schools, they get a little bit more in terms of salary. It's very hard, for example, to get the students to go to school because sometimes you have people at 14 who get married
Sure.
and it's very hard to make them finish their education. She says sometimes, for example, she has 26 students in class, then the summer holidays pass and then she has 15, for example. They just don't come. And sometimes they have to go look for them in their homes and, and then it turns out they're pregnant and all of that. This is the sad reality as well.
These buildings are from Soviet time?
Mm-hmm.
Like Soviet Union.
There was some epidemics and they were moving out like some sick people. That was even before communist times. It was before they built those. They were isolating them from the rest of the society.
Some of the windows are just done. This building is like 9 stories, so these people don't have an elevator?
Not at all.
You mean to get to the top, they don't have elevator?
Okay.
Damn, dude.
And that's the Jim Bros dream, you know?
Do you understand their language?
No, it's completely different than ours. They have some words that I do understand, but if they want to speak so that I don't understand them, I don't understand.
Is the language similar to Turkish or no?
I have a lot of friends with Turkish language and a lot of friends who speak Roma, but a lot of Roma can speak Turkish too.
The Roma language is similar to Turkish or different?
A little bit, a very little bit. Now I speak Roma language.
Go.
Мангавата пенавто менге, чи амари махава.
The Roma people originally come from India.
Yes, I know this.
But do you feel any connection to India, like culturally, language, food?
Only with the weddings and the goat, I feel like we have some Roma words we have.
What he just told me is that most of the people that came to live here originally were actually kind of immigrants from other parts of Bulgaria or from other parts of the former Ottoman Empire. So this was like built after the liberation. So when the city was liberated, this part of the town was like non-existent basically.
Bulgaria was under Ottoman rule for nearly 500 years, leaving a big impact on its culture. This period, which began in the late 14th century, saw the blending of Bulgarian and Turkish influences that continue to shape the country today. A movement for national revival in the 19th century led to liberation in 1878, and official recognition of independence in 1908. After World War II, Bulgaria became a communist satellite state of the Soviet Union, which lasted until 1989, and today they are a proud member of the European Union. But it's not all that glamorous. Well, this is crazy so far. I can't believe I'm in Europe right now. There's like horses and buggies everywhere. There's trash all over the streets. People are very dark-skinned, and it's extremely poor. I can't even put this into words how I really truly feel like this is a different country. But so far people have been pretty nice and honest and respectful, and I'm looking forward to meeting some more people as we walk around, like these kids in front of us. What's your name?
Yanko ve Yanko.
What's your name?
Muhammed.
Mohammed. Sorry, I don't have any money.
Yok onda.
Next, we are heading to the local bazaar or market, which is another reminder that this place was once part of the Ottoman or Turkish Empire. This is a really nice bazaar.
Yes.
There's handicrafts, there's shoes, there's clothes. I mean, anything that you would find in Turkey or in other big cities, you also can find it here. Is it cheaper here? Cheaper than...
It's cheap, yeah. It's not expensive.
Wow, there's all these curtains and drapes and bridal gowns here. Nice glasses.
He sells shoes, and also there he sells shirts.
How much is a pair of shoes?
20-25 euro. Here is coffee, but here we have a lot of... Как е булчински рок?
Shops for wedding dresses.
Коста мой? Ето тук едни приятели. This is my
Oh,
friend.
you know him. Nice to meet you.
And
bro.
also, I'm from the Jewish community. I work here.
You're from
I'm a
Plovdiv.
friend of this community.
What do you enjoy about coming here? Tell me about the people, the culture.
So the community of Stolipinovo
Yes.
is around 50,000 people.
Are they friendly?
They're very friendly.
I've noticed, like, you know, I was scared to come here. When you look out the window, it's all trash and everything's destroyed, but they're actually quite
There
friendly.
are problems with the infrastructure, with the
Got it.
utilities.
Nice to meet you, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
A lot of the shops were like closed because the police came.
Police came today. They raided it. I just saw the police right outside. How are you, man? Crime time. How's life? Life is good?
Ама не е много добре.
Кажи на български превеждам.
Виж.
Здрасти.
What is it?
He asked for money.
Okay. Oh, that's sad. I thought they were like bros of them. Maybe they are. All right, man.
Anyway, let's go.
See you later.
Ciao.
I feel like you can easily get in with the wrong crowd here.
That's true.
Do you feel like that?
That's true because everyone's super friendly, and then within a second,
Yes.
you can just find the people who, let's say, are not the friendliest.
You're exactly right.
And then one wrong move,
Yes.
I mean, and things can be a little bit.
You're exactly right. I need to ask you a more serious question. Like every community in the world, there must be some problems with like drugs and stuff. Is it a big issue here? Or is it mostly if you're hanging out with the wrong crowd?
Има проблем с наркотиците в квартала.
There is indeed a problem like with drugs in the district, and there are a lot of people that are using drugs.
So what kind of drugs is it? Like meth, heroin, those kind of drugs?
Weed, cocaine, and I think hashish, something like this.
Hashish, but to me, those are not problematic drugs. Those are just normal everyday drugs.
So they don't have like heroin or something like that, like
Има.
heroin. There is heroin.
Но не всички употребяват, нали?
Of course, not everyone is using.
Yeah, of course.
Много малко.
It's a smaller percentage of the population,
Sure.
and it's mostly people that have some other problems, and they're trying to solve their problems or make life more bearable.
Would you agree that most of the problems come from like drug related? No.
No. Come from the neighborhood is when they are married very younger and they doesn't want to go to studying. You know, they don't want to study. That's a big problem for me.
Of course, as we're walking, it does feel very safe, but there must be something deeper underlying that we don't know about.
Да, има кражби.
He said there are a lot of thefts.
Thief. Okay, like everywhere. Like what kind of thief? Like phone, like pickpocketing, that kind of stuff?
Да. Много хора, които нали все пак
And a lot of people who use drugs basically cause problems.
Yes, those people, yes. But the street beggars, the one asking for money, are they harmless?
не са опасни.
Not all of them, are dangerous, but they live basically by begging, and they beg for money in order to buy drugs.
Right.
So this is where they can become a little bit aggressive.
The other minus in ghetto is they push everywhere trash. Bucuți.
Trash.
Yeah, there's trash everywhere. That's one thing I noticed. Yeah.
Yes, this is the
But
minus.
they can fix that. Somebody can fix that.
Yes, but we have to be together.
Yes.
In order to overcome some bigger issues, let's say for example the trash, because one family or one house, they can't really fix the problem with the trash. So it has to be a responsibility of the whole community, because if one family throws away their trash properly, but then 10 others don't do it, then it doesn't really bring anything. So it has to be the whole community that is aware of this problem and wants to fix it.
Yes.
Woman weddings.
The bride. They're really nice. Mercedes, 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 Mercedes. Every single car here is a Mercedes, bro.
We have Porsche GT63, 63, yes.
So everybody thinks that Gypsy people are all poor. It's not true.
No, true, because a lot of people in here have a business, like bazaar, traditional iron workers, and most people go the other country working, Germany, England,
And make a lot of money.
Make money.
Another Audi. Dude, these cars are insane. I feel like I'm in Beverly Hills with these cars, bro. Why do you spend so much money on the car? You can use money for other things.
Because a lot of people want to show them how they're very rich, you know, like.
They
look
want to
at
show
me.
off. They want to
Yes.
show off.
Buying a lot of gold. Every wedding when they go, they push like 5 kilograms gold and go to wedding, you know, like I can see their face, sunshine with this gold.
This is totally different than what people think.
Absolutely, man. Like it's mind-blowing.
When people think of Gypsy or Roma, they don't think of fancy cars, gold, but this is true. This is the reality.
This is the reality in here. So, can you watch it?
Every 2 seconds. This video is gonna end when I get hit by a car. Then we go home.
Wow,
Or we go to the hospital.
that's great.
Merhaba abi, nasılsın?
Salam.
Merhaba.
He wants us to go? He wants me to film him, he's saying. Let's go to these guys.
Abi ben mahalleden iyi.
Can I ask this guy a question?
Bir şey sorabilir misin? Yes.
Okay, tell me what it's like to live here.
This is very bad, it's very dirty. No one pays attention to this part of Slum. The mayor of the city doesn't really support the community in the district.
Увате където излиза...
Мазета.
Here they have some buildings where the first floors are basically flooded, water goes out from there.
Европа.
He says that
All of
once you
Europe.
put that as the title of the video, that this is the largest ghetto in Europe.
That's actually the title of the video. So I'm telling you.
Това ще бъде заглавието.
Марк Зубергер.
Mark Zuckerberg. Everybody says that. Mark Zuckerberg. That's me.
New York, Chicago.
Arizona. Near Mexico. What did you say about Mexico? We said they're what?
That they steal and take drugs.
They steal and take drugs. That's terrible. I freaking love Mexico. The same way that people stereotype this community is the same way that he just stereotyped Mexico.
Absolutely the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Next station, because if you check here, so maybe will be dangerous because,
You don't know people.
yep, I don't know.
Okay.
This is a more Turkish
More Turkish.
kind of part of the neighborhood, and some people stopped and they were watching you, so better to move
Okay.
on in this situation.
No problem. Let's move. He's mad? Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, let's go. Just tell him sorry. Let's go, let's go. Oh, he was drunk. Drunk guy. Classic.
You have to shoot like the buildings,
Yeah.
how people live, that they don't have water, electricity.
He wants me to show that?
And but there are huge problems there, like with water. Like I told you, like the first floors that are like flooded with water, no electricity. If there is an earthquake, like it's gonna be super bad. Like pieces are falling down every time there is some sort of earthquake.
That's happening now?
It has been happening for the last 20 years, he said.
Ядените много скъпо са направили.
He said that food has become very expensive.
Аз взимах,
This is what he bought.
те виж, снимай и тук, знаеш колко пари са те?
This is 50 level, like 25 euros.
That's a lot of, dude, that's expensive, man. 25 euros?
Euros or dollars, yeah.
Yeah, but in my country, that's maybe around the same price, yeah.
But before it was not like this.
What's the average wage of a person here?
He said sometimes it's even 500 leva, like 250 euros.
So this would be 10% of your monthly
So it's 10%
salary.
of the... You have to pay electricity, you have to pay water.
Wow.
You can't buy clothes. Like, things for the school. Some people give 500 leva if you work like full time.
Thanks for sharing. I think these stories really need to be heard, so that's why I'm here.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
And a lot of people don't really pay for electricity and water and all of that. So this is also a problem.
Right.
That some people are like illegally attached to the system and all of that. So this also causes some disapproval towards like from the other communities, like Bulgarian communities and all of that. So it's a lot to be done from both sides.
I can't believe just a few hours ago we were walking around the beautiful Roman amphitheaters and the cobblestone streets and the cafes. What are we, like 2 miles away from there?
Well, less, I would say less.
A mile and a half?
These two worlds, they don't really interact with each other. Like, for example, me growing up and going to school, I didn't really have any classmates who are from the district, or people who go to school here, they don't really have Bulgarian classmates, or it's very rare.
Do you consider yourself Bulgarian?
Yes, of course. I'm from Bulgaria. I born in Bulgaria. I know Bulgarian. I feel like Bulgarian, but my life is living like Roma. This was the Turkish part. Now we are starting the Roma part, where most of people working loaders.
But so they're not Roma people?
No, only Turkish.
Oh, the difference is religion?
Yes, different. Roma people is Christian, the other is Muslim.
Outside of the district, everyone would say Roma, they don't differentiate.
I was going to say, that's why when you travel, when you meet people, you learn the real story, that those are not Roma people, they're Turkish.
The people who live in the Stolipinovo doesn't feel like everybody is Roma. The other part was Turkish people who feel like a Turkish, so they doesn't like to ask them Roma.
So that's why you feel a little dangerous there, because you don't know the people.
Yes.
And also, I think the language that he speaks is like completely different. It's also crazy how they speak mostly both languages, but in the same time, the languages are completely different. I don't understand any of them, basically.
Yeah, just imagine to an American audience, it's crazy to think that you can be within your neighborhood and just start speaking different languages. Are there any non-Roma people living here?
No, I don't think so. Only Roma people live in ghetto and Turkish people.
Okay. He's holding a gun. It's fake, right? Why do you have that?
They have to shoot bottles. That's their games.
Don't shoot me, bro. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What is this? What kind of food is it?
It's like liver of, it's lamb.
Lamb liver, cooked in a pot. So this is for one family consumption? That's a lot of food.
Oh, they are commemorating a family member who passed away, so they're going to have this kind of gathering. Her grandson passed away.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
What is the most things what you like in my ghetto?
I like how everybody's really friendly, sense of community. You know, if you go in other big cities in the world, nobody wants to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yes, I get you.
And how you doing, bro?
Man, he's also showing me like I'm in the same situation like you. As I said, I live 10 minutes away from here, and I'm a tourist in my own town.
Hi.
Merhaba abi.
Merhaba. I know Abi. Like I spent like 2 months in Turkey. Merhaba Abi.
Merhaba abi.
Yeah. Do you say günaydın?
Good morning.
Do you say that? Günaydın.
Günaydın.
So it's very Turkish, but this is also why I'm confused. You separated the Turkish people from the Roman people, but now you're telling me you speak Turkish.
It's very normal. Here it's all like mixed up all together. They can differentiate when it comes to who is who, but basically they don't differentiate their everyday lives.
I think what happens is over hundreds of years the languages kind of get mixed and they actually don't realize that they're speaking Turkish. They're just speaking what the street dialect is. How do you say hello?
In my hood you can say marhaba.
Marhaba. That's Turkish, bro.
Yes, marhaba.
Marhaba. You are?
Yeah.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, in the computer.
Dude, that's amazing. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you from here?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Pavel.
You speak good English.
Yeah, I can speak English.
He's so confident. What do you like about my videos?
I like why you going to Germany.
What is it like to live here in this community?
Going to school, playing.
Going to school? You play football?
Yeah.
Are these your friends?
Yeah.
We're gonna walk for the next 2 hours. You wanna come with us?
Okay, let me tell my mom.
We just go around and come back. We'll take care of him. We'll take care of him. All right, buddy. You got permission from your mom. Okay. Thank you.
Mom permitted.
Thank you. So tell me more. So you grew up here?
Yes.
How do you know English so well?
Because I've been in America.
You have?
Yeah.
What,
Just go to my grandma.
where does she live in America?
But I forgot.
But I forgot. You learn English because your family lives in the U.S.
Yeah. It's just good in Bulgaria, but sometimes it's not good because they're just coming and beating me up. And they're just beating me up sometimes over here.
They're beating you up?
Yeah.
Who is?
Some big people. I don't know. I didn't do nothing to them. I'm just riding my bike and they're playing football and they're coming to beat me up.
Which people are beating you up?
Like some right there.
Dude, his English is really good.
It's crazy.
I'm speaking pretty fast and you understand everything.
Yes.
So if you could go to any country in the world, where would you go?
Brazil and America
Brazil and America.
and Portugal
Why Portugal?
because Ronaldo is there.
You like Ronaldo?
Yeah.
These are your friends.
Yes.
Can I meet your friends?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
cool.
they don't speak English.
It's okay. You can, yeah, he speaks English.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, a little bit.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Hi. How are you?
He's my friend.
Are you doing okay? Nice to meet you. So you're 8 years old. At what
Yeah.
age do you want to get married?
Huh?
When do you want to get married?
29.
29.
Over here, they're my peoples.
They're your people?
Yeah.
Your people are very nice.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A video channel with you.
You want to have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
He's watching your videos all day long.
Really?
I just talked to the mother. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
that's
said
so
he's
crazy.
watching only you, man.
Can we be friends forever?
Sure,
Hey.
of course. Pavel, what's the best and the worst part about living here?
Over here is good because just to ride my bike. The worst part is come over here by myself. Because big boys, they're coming over here just to beat me up.
I don't want you to get beat up, man. Oh.
It was a little one. Little one is right here. And then I just punched him
You punched him?
Yeah, in a belly.
In the belly?
Yeah. Do you see this?
Yeah, the
this one.
scar right here.
I can punch the ground. I'm doing horror with my knuckles, see?
What do you like about America?
America, oh my gosh, I love everything.
Why?
Because the dogs, they're little dogs, mate.
How about American food?
Oh, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
This is for nice.
Yeah.
I played this season.
This place where we play games when we don't have what to do, come here, drink coffee, and playing.
The best coffee in the world.
Yes.
Stolipinovo coffee. It needs to be a new coffee brand. Sell it around the world. What do you think about the coffee here? Do you drink coffee?
Oh, hell no.
This reaction.
My dad is not giving me, even my mom.
So what do you drink?
Wow, and juice.
Do you think Stolipinovo is dangerous?
No, it's not dangerous at all. The dangerous one is right here. 3 people pass away.
Because
It
of what?
was,
The cars?
Yeah, because of the cars. The first one, he just went in the back of right here like that.
When did that happen?
Before 5 years.
How many languages can you speak?
I know just Bulgarian and English. He speak Rome, little bit. Can
Why
you?
you tell you don't know the...
Yeah, you should be proud of that. It's a different language. It's a good thing. I wish I know more languages. You should be happy.
How many languages do you know?
I know English, Spanish, some Korean.
Talk Spanish.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
I know. Sí.
Go home.
Which way? Okay.
Since we're going to a dangerous place,
You can go there because it's dangerous and you are very little.
he doesn't care. That's a bold one.
Okay, but your mother doesn't take you with us. So after
No, you pretending me, guys.
All right, Pavel. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Hey,
Bye.
I'll see you again. I'll keep in touch with you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Sometimes improvise.
Bro, that was very special. That kid. He was so confident. Now we are heading to George's family's home, where we'll get a closer look at everyday life and the traditions that shape this community.
this is my father. If you want, you can meet with him.
Hello. Salam. Your son is very nice.
My father will show the workplace where we're working. Please.
Here they work, like they are born with that, they're raised with that, then they pass it on to the next generation. They do all of that with their hands, with their bare hands. They've been doing that for generations. They do it for clients, for customers, they do it for companies. They all come and buy from them because they're like some of the best in what they do. All of this, they do it with their hands, all around Bulgaria.
Big business going on over here.
This is the name. You can see
Yeah, Iron Legacy.
merch, and I have one little gift for you with
Thank you.
same T-shirt, but
Thank you.
with Roma logo, flag. Yes.
Oh, that's the Roma flag?
This one.
Означава свободата и небето.
Blue means freedom and sky.
Зеленото е природата.
Green is nature. And the wheel symbolizes the traditional nomadic lifestyle of Roma people. He's gonna show a small demonstration to you.
Yeah, sure.
This is one of the most simple, but also oldest methods, but also devices that they have. And this is how you make an S. This is an S.
Wow.
You see this detail on the
Oh,
door,
on
they
top
put
of
it
the door.
as an ornament.
Cool, man. Nice. Hi.
My mother.
How do you feel that your son is famous?
She's very happy and she feels very good.
You're the first woman that has actually been okay to be filmed, so thank you for being so friendly, and maybe if you could share what it's like to live here.
Както ви кажа,
Life here is a little bit hard.
добре, ако не работиш е трудно.
If you work, it's good. If you don't work, it's not good, it's hard.
And most people are not working, right?
Да, има и безработни има.
There are a lot of unemployed people.
What's the best and the most challenging parts about living here?
Трудната част.
The hard part is that you don't have the chance sometimes to work. You don't have the opportunity to work.
Защото има много необразовани хора също.
There's a lot of people who don't really have education, and without education, it's almost impossible to find any job.
Is there anything you enjoy about living here?
He says the weddings. He said the weddings.
Everything comes back to the wedding. Well, our goal today is to find a wedding.
Би трябвало да има
There should be one, he said. The life of Roma people is like
основното
this.
нещо трябва да оженим сина,
Most important thing to
възможно по-малко.
get your son
по-малък
married
да е.
as young as possible. Like the younger the better.
How young do you want them to get married?
Ами да речем, по принцип,
He said usually by 20, because after 20 is considered old.
момичета трябва да са максимално 17-18.
Girls, maximum 17, 18, maximum.
What's the youngest that you think is okay for a man to be married?
В момента тук има на 14 години са мъжени.
There are people who are 14 and are
Което
getting
не е
married.
редно, нали?
Which is not okay, in
В
his
момента
opinion.
вече хората го осъзнават. Преди беше така много малки.
People are starting to realize that.
Сега интернет има, други
Now
неща,
we have
хората
internet.
са се осъзнали.
Женят вече малки.
They don't get married that early.
So like 16, 17 is acceptable?
Ми нормално е, за момиче е нормално.
For a girl.
18 за момче, да речем,
18
до
for a
20.
boy. Until 20.
Ето сега Георги е 23, те казват, той търтява, трябва да служи.
He's 23 and he's not married. And
So you need to slap him.
they say he's kind of old for a marriage now. and he's
So
23.
why in this community is it important for you to marry so young?
Не, но по принцип момичетата са женат рано.
It was very important that a girl is a virgin. And if you're 23 or 24 as a guy, it's almost impossible already for you to find yourself a wife that is a virgin.
Why does she have to be a virgin? Is that a religious thing?
Ами това е наша традиция.
It's a tradition.
И,
So he has to marry a virgin.
така е,
She said, of course, he also said, he must.
How does it make you feel that Roma people are looked down upon by almost all societies in Europe?
Еми, не е добре, не се чувстваме, просто е,
No, they
нали,
feel well, they feel very stressed.
защото като отиваш някъде да речем на работа,
For example, if you go look for a job, it can happen that if they have like, let's say 5 free positions, and then one applicant would be of Roma descent, it is possible that they do not take him because of the origins.
And how does that make you feel?
как, въобще не е зле, разбира се,
Bad,
зле,
very
просто
bad,
не
of course. They don't really have the incentive to actually grow and develop
там го
here.
няма това нещо.
That's why a lot of people move abroad, a lot of people
Негри,
emigrate.
араби,
Because they're more accepted there.
Because they're more accepted there, because he said you have like black people, you have Arab people, so you don't stand out that much as you stand out here in Bulgaria where we
That's a
don't
good
really
point.
have black
Like
people.
if you go to London or Brussels, it's all diverse. Do you know how many generations that your family's been living here in Stolipinovo?
Ами, да ви кажа, може би,
He said at least 3 generations from what he knows. But before, this district was a little bit different, not like this.
Да има само роми и турци, да речем.
Before the 90s, like before the late 90s, here in the district, there used to be a lot of Bulgarians, a lot of Turkish people, a lot of Roma people. And then after the end of the 90s, there was this big kind of exchange of populations. So it's mostly Roma people that come here to the district, and the other ethnicities gradually are leaving. So basically that's how now it was formed as a ghetto.
So has it gotten, over time, has it gotten more dangerous or safer? And what does the future look like for this district?
В принцип, квартал не е опасен.
The district is not dangerous. He doesn't feel it is dangerous. So people are very friendly, they're very hospitable, and they're very happy to see.
If you could have anything that you guys don't have right now, what would make you happy?
Расизма в България.
Racism in Bulgaria has to, be deleted or erased.
Всеки етнос да се приема наравно.
Every ethnicity has to be accepted equally, and then people will be more happy.
That's why I'm making this video, to change it just a tiny bit. What's happening right now?
Well, they insist on buying us some drinks. Like they won't let us go until they buy us some drinks.
Yeah, his mom is just going somewhere.
She's
to go
going
buy
to the shop.
She doesn't have to buy. I'll buy it, dude. I can pay for it.
No, please. You are my ghost, and like you come to my home, so.
Thank you. It's very sweet of you.
Of course. One idea.
Yeah, sure. She just went to the shop and bought all this stuff for us.
She said everyone take whatever they want. She's very, very welcoming, very generous.
This is also called ayran. It's the same in Turkish.
This is ayran, yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing. Like exactly the same thing.
It's exactly the same thing. Man, I love this. I can drink like a couple of liters of that every day. I love that.
Because you grew up drinking it.
I grew up drinking it. I miss that when I'm abroad. No, I should pio това само трябва да.
Karka fest.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Welcome. This coffee is very delicious. The best.
Bulgarian coffee.
Yeah. Bulgarian Turkish.
Really good.
Yes.
Strong, delicious, tasty. What happens when it rains? Like the water comes through?
Sometimes he does. He wants to change the roof.
Yeah.
На 16 години я взех и изгорях.
What?
He said that she was 16 when he took her, and it was a rip-off for him.
I don't understand.
Той иска да каже, че стоя до него рамо до рамо.
We're joking that he burned his fingers, something hard to handle,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Взимай си водичка. Водичка си взимай.
I ate enough. I'm gonna get fat if I eat too much sugar. Do you think it's strange that women like at 15 years old get married? Is that strange, or is that whatever? It's okay.
18, 19 is good, but 15, 16 is like your children,
And do women have baby when they're 15?
Yes, they have.
I'm 33, so that means my mom would be 48. That's crazy.
You could easily be a grandfather if you would live like that way.
And whenever you do get married, please invite me.
Of course.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna make the best video from your wedding.
Really?
I'm serious.
You will come.
100%.
I'm going to find a wife for me to marry very fast.
Exactly. Now he has a motivation to get married, man.
When you have babies, it costs a lot of money to care for them.
Yes,
So
that's true.
If people are struggling to get by with money, why do they want to have more kids?
Maybe because they look the other family, they try to do what the others do. Yes.
This guy's workshop is in a trailer. Merhaba. Merhaba. How many years have you been working here?
4 or 5.
Only 4 or 5. Look at all the people watching us from the buildings. There's like one lady there, one up there. Çok teşekkürler. We're about to enter a game center here. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Come in. This is our gaming
Center.
Yeah. Counter-Strike, GTA 5, FIFA, PlayStation have.
Oh, football.
Yeah.
You like football?
Yes, I do. My favorite soccer player is Messi, and my name is Messi also.
The fact that you just said soccer and not football is cool.
I thought you were American, so...
I am American.
Yeah.
Why is your English so...
Americans saying soccer, so I said...
My man! You speak really good English.
Yeah, because I know English.
How do you learn it?
From games. It says English with the text, so I read it and I translate it in my head.
Have you ever traveled before?
No.
Tell me about your community, Stolipinovo.
My community is great, but it needs a lot of cleaning.
It's very dirty.
Yeah.
How about the people here?
People here is great. Great. They're nice and very good. I like them.
Are you proud to be a Roma person?
I'm proud.
You should be proud because diversity makes the world go round. You're going down, bro.
I don't know about that, man.
Oh.
It's messy!
Drew, you're playing against a pro.
I'm playing against a pro here in Stolipinovo and I'm losing. Good game, I gotta run.
Subscribe to this man's channel, man. I love him. He's so nice. And don't forget to subscribe and like, comment, or else I'm gonna kidnap your family.
Or else I'm gonna kidnap your family. Wise words. He's collecting trash? To sell? Or to look through it?
He go to take them to the Бокука му плащат за това.
He brings them to like kind of station for rubbish,
Yeah,
and
to
he gets
get money.
paid. Like yeah, exactly. It's a hard job.
Okay, so we just met this lady. Whoa, she has tattoos on her hands. What are those tattoos?
Татуировка, не я взел борда.
From God.
It says basically that her husband, who was a driver, he had an accident and he's now in the sky. So this is the name.
How do you understand her if she doesn't speak?
Because I have a friend who
Oh.
with pantomima.
Okay.
And I very little bit understand with the pantomima.
Are you happy?
Yes, she is happy. She is happy. She feel good.
Very nice to meet you. Merci. Çok teşekkürler.
Sometimes, the vibe and the gestures convey more than words can ever convey.
Yes, she didn't speak, but you could literally feel her soul through her smile. There's an old lady sitting in front of a Mercedes here, and she has a scale in front of her. We're gonna see if she can weigh me. Hello, salam alaikum. Okay, ready? 67. Damn, I need to gain some weight.
You're on the right spot.
This lady's really friendly. She just weighed me on her scale here, and now she's just hanging out. If you removed this car and you took a picture of her, it would feel like we're in 1950.
This is the contrast of this place, man. This is why it's so unique, because you see things
Oh,
that are
look at
uncombinable.
this! Is a wedding.
A wedding, man. It's a wedding.
They're starting the celebration now through the streets. I'm walking with them as they're dancing.
This is for a baby shower.
Baby shower, yes.
Baby is born and they are going to take the baby.
So it's not the wedding. It's not a wedding.
Not a wedding.
This is for a newborn baby.
Oh, we thought it was a wedding.
Okay,
Sorry.
we thought it was a wedding, but it's for a newborn baby. Still cool. I've never seen anything like this. When there's a newborn baby, they just walk in the streets with all these clothes, which are gifts that they give to the family. I'm here flying my drone, and all the kids are just crowded around with dogs. It's such a cool moment here. I'm not even interested in the drone anymore, just the kids.
On the 5th of September, there's going to be a wedding.
И те минават към всички гости да ги напръскат, за да ги поканят на сватба.
And the way they invite people to the wedding is actually going around and spraying them with perfume.
We didn't manage to find a wedding, but George's family has offered to cook us some homemade dinner, and we can't say no. They're so nice, so we're heading there now. Thank you.
I'm so happy to be my guest. Welcome.
I think one of the coolest things about the stories that we're telling today is that 0% of that was like staged. 0% of that was planned. We just had the guide who's like very knowledgeable, taking us around. But then other than that, it was all like walking around, meeting people.
We literally just rolled up to different communities and we're showing life as it is here.
And everyone was very welcoming to us. I think it played out in the best way possible.
Absolutely, man. After a long day of exploring Stolipinovo, I am so grateful to George and his family for inviting me over for a home-cooked meal.
He said, like, sit down, I'm bringing the things.
This is the best Bulgarian beer in school.
So a great day.
Cheers. Thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
Na zdravie.
Na zdravie.
This is the local cheese.
A white one that we call sirene and yellow one that we call kashkaval.
So we're gonna watch the wedding on YouTube while we eat, so we can pretend like we're there. His parents are so incredibly sweet, and it's obvious to me that hospitality runs deep in Romani culture. Sitting around the table, I can't help but reflect on the struggles that these people have faced throughout their history. Today, issues like homelessness and poverty continue to impact their livelihoods, underscoring the urgent need for greater awareness and support. As for Bulgaria, it's one of the most interesting countries in Europe where cultures mix and the past continues to shape the present. I am very happy to share this story with you, and I hope you've gained a unique insight into the Gypsy community, because there is so much more to this culture than meets the eye.